This is the lake we were fishing on. We were going after sunfish and pumpkin seed. It was a very hard bite. We had to use our smallest jigs that we had for ice fishing because it's starting to become that midwinter bite where fish get very hard to catch. So let's talk about the lake we were at a little bit more here. All right, so you can see where we were, and right in there, right on the edge of that weed line that normally is in the summertime, that's where we were catching them pumpkin seed and bluegill. They were all stacked up in there, feeding on something. Like I said, it was a very hard bite, but we pushed on through and did catch some pretty nice fish. Enjoy the video.
Drake screamer around here. Something big. Something very, very big. Oh, it's a big pumpkin seed. Let's go. Big old pumpkin seed. There we go. Wisconsin. I'm going to try to keep a couple of these pumpkin seed. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful fish they are. I understand why that one made my drag scream a little bit. That's a big boy.
So this is where we were fishing. We were mostly trolling the bank, going back and forth on the one side. I'll mark it. And we were just trying to find what fish we could find because nothing is schooled up this time around. So that's what we had to do. We found a lot of crappies today and not a lot of big trout at all. Mostly all under 15 inches. So, yeah.
Probably one of the biggest bullhead I've ever caught. No, by the way, people, this is a yellow bullhead. They don't get really that big, and that's a big, huge yellow bullhead. Beautiful it is. We are trout fishing today. It is the opener day for trout fishing, and Tyler just pulled off a 13-inch yellow bullhead. So, see what we can do there. They seem to be biting slow. Very slow.
Alright, so we were on the Mississippi going after largemouth and smallmouth bass with the Rapala crankbait. All we would really do is cast it out and just reel it back in. The Rapala will do all the work with the motions and everything it does. We were using a 30-pound test line, and the smallmouth and largemouth were just in the rocks feeding on crawfish. So, yeah. Alright, so we're down at the Mississippi looking for smallmouth bass. So, let's get to it and see what we can pick up. So, that's what we're using. Cranks, Rapala. I just lost one of them, and that one was like a blue and then gray top. So we're using this one now. So, oops, sorry, bug. So, yeah, let's try not to lose this one. It's the last one I have. Apparently I need to get more of these. So, let's go and try to get some more smallmouth. Had a tiny little walleye hooked up on one of these, but it popped off. So, let's go try to get some more fish. You guys see that crawfish? Alright,
he goes. He's going back. Alright. Well, you can see these rocks. They would be just sitting in the rocks waiting for something, and they would just come out and ambush it. So, let's try to get some more and hopefully some bigger ones. We missed one bigger one this morning, but it's been pretty slow. We'll see what happens. 18-inch largemouth bass that bited on the crankbait. So, there's a big largemouth bass on the crankbait. Big boy. Alright. Alright, so this is the lake we were fishing for rainbow trout. We were trying to look for them. It's a 2-day video. We started the first day in the afternoon. The first spot we were at, the trout were not there, so we had to move from that spot to a different spot, and it'll be all marked on the map, plus a bridge and city parks. So let's get into it and talk about more, both spots. Alright, so this is the first spot we were at, and they were just not there. We did have a bite, but that was it. Like, we were there for 4 or 5 hours, and there was just nothing. They were just not there. They were moved out somewhere else, and that's what we did. We moved spots, and then we found them in the afternoon there. So let's get to that spot now. Alright, so here is spot number 2, where we had to move to find these fish, because all the bait or whatever they were eating on was apparently in that area, not the area where we started, like past weeks where the trout were. So we moved from that first spot to this spot, and we found the trout, and this is where we started our second day and spent our whole second day in the morning and in the afternoon on this spot. In front of the bridge, more in the deeper water in front of the bridge, about 7-8 feet around there. That's where they were feeding, and at points it did get pretty rough. They were a little funky and didn't want to bite the greatest, so we did alright, and we got some big trout. Just caught that big boy on the move. Drilling hundreds of holes to find these fish. They can hear me. Those trout are coming in hot, and the other people are catching them as well. All kinds of big rainbows. Alright. So that trout, I think, is my new personal best. 19 3/4. Alright, so this is the lake we were fishing for them northern pike on, using the top water spoon from Northland Fish and Tackle, and it was during the afternoon, and all them northern and all them other fish were just bunched up against the road there. You can see, I'll mark where we were. We were right on that gravel road. They were just feeding on something hard. Like, they were so very aggressive that afternoon. Just made it for an amazing afternoon. I'm going to switch it to satellite so you kind of see what it looks like. Alright, so one thing this doesn't show is there's a lot more weeds on this lake than it shows here. Anyway, it made for a great afternoon. The fish were just hammering almost anything you threw out there. They were just feeding on whatever they were. It was this crazy afternoon. Hey everybody. I believe I am hooked into a massive dogfish. Massive. Oh my god. See what I mean? There goes the drag. She's wild. Ooh. It's not a dogfish. It is northern pike. Big northern Wisconsin pike. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh baby. I'm gonna net her. So look at this big northern Wisconsin pike. Wow, dude, that is big. I gotta measure it. I think I'm bringing out a little bit much, maybe 30, maybe more. But that's a big pike. A big northern pike. God, just beautiful. Wow. All right, let's get her unhooked and measure. I'll be right back. All right, so that is a Northland spoon topwater. Right there's a name, I don't know what to, but that's what it looks like. Northland, big, 34.5 northern. Just amazing. I am so pumped, so fun, like just so happy because it's actually got rough for the last week or two with the summer bite where it's starting to slow down, and it's just, you know, that summer bite where it just slows down. And we nailed her. I'll try to get some more.